Love me some good tea. I love a good tea bag, too. And in particular, the triangle ones. Not necessarily triangles, but pyramids. But something about that surface area that gets that sweet tea infused with that water. It's my favorite kind of tea, is tea leaves infused with water. It really gets you. It really gets you in the nose, gets you in the mouth, and gets you in the soul. You get a good cup of tea. You get some alone time. You turn on some Terry Gross. You start reading the New York Times bestseller. How to Kill a Mockingbird 2. I'm sure it's still up there as number one. Life doesn't get any better than that, my friends. And specifically when you got yourself an herbal tea. Now, get this green stuff and this black stuff out of here. I'm all about the herbal life, right? We all, that's what those bumper stickers are about. And people have accepted that herbal life is where it's at. And you know what? That's perfectly fine. Give me some of that rooibos, some chamomile. Love me some chamomile. And give me, hey, this is about all I know. They work out pretty well. I mean, the herbal teas are great. Welcome to another edition of Unhitched or Dad Trying. This is the podcast where we take life's outings and experiences and we jumble them up in our mouths and we chew them up. We think about them. We contemplate them a little bit. And then we spit them out here for you, listener. We could definitively determine, with your help, whose life is going to be better. Is it the singles? Is it the marrieds? Or the parents? We'll find out. So come along with us. And Lauren, why don't you come along with me and join me in this little...
Your teabag romance over there.
Come on in. Come on. Come teabag with me. So you got a mug in front of you, but you're not drinking any tea.
I do have Yeah, I'm sorry. I really enjoyed your...
No, Lauren, take a quick second. Look up. What does the title of this podcast say?
The title of this podcast is Sick and Tired.
Sick and tired. I'm pretty sick, and yeah. Lord knows I'm pretty tired.
Yeah.
And I'm living that herbal life. Why aren't you?
Well, I'm not sick anymore.
Yeah. I'm just realizing this is green tea, so.
And you were dogging on green tea earlier, and here you are sipping your green tea.
No, it's peppermint.
Oh. Only you would know right now.
Yeah, it's not green tea. It looks like green tea.
It is the color green.
It is a literal green tea.
That's why you got confused.
'Tis true.
But speaking of this mug, I feel like before we get into our Sick and Tired podcast, we're going to correct a wrong from last episode.
A heinous sin.
A heinous wrong that was done against one of our most loyal listeners. Someone did win the mug. Someone did tweet at me, and for some reason, Twitter let me down, and it didn't show up on my Twitter sphere.
They call it a Twitter palace.
Okay, yeah, my Twitter palace. It did not show up. So my friend, whom then listened to our paddle episode, felt very sad, and he said, "What? I did tweet you." So he showed me the picture, and he did indeed tweet me. So this mug is going to a Mr. Alex in Brooklyn, New York. Alex?
Congratulations,
Congrats.
Alex.
You won the mug, man.
Way to go, you sleuthy sleuth. I salute you.
And you also said that you liked the monologues. So, everyone else, you can blame Alex.
Anyway, so Lauren.
Cameron.
I feel like we just need to jump into our topic thunder for this week.
I think we should. Let's do it.
Bye. Wait, I'm not leaving. Hold on. Let me cue it up. Just hang on.
Boom, 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 topic thunder. What?
Lauren, so real quick here, I got to be honest with you. I hate the fact. So, okay, also, I got to be honest with you, listener. We actually put the podcast on pause and actually go into a folder called All the Jingles, and I pull up that lovely tune that Lauren crafted for us in episode 1. But during that break, we found out that Lauren's never seen The Room, and when I reference, "Have you seen The Room with Tommy Wiseau?" Lauren then says, "The movie with the child in the room?" What a goon! What you really? So you've never heard of the Room at all, right?
I've never heard of The Room.
Okay, a couple of our listeners are probably doing just like, well, who cares? Let's move on. Let's get on to Topic Thunder. But maybe 2 or 3 of you are also going like,
the injustice of this.
The injustice. It's a darn shame. So
I feel like people should be used to me not knowing what things are by now. But continue.
That's
Tell
true.
me.
I wish the world was the same with me. You're telling me, sister. You're telling me.
You preach on.
So homework for this week, I'm going to task you is to go watch The Room with Tommy Wiseau. I mean, it's relevant because they just dropped the trailer for James Franco and
The Bathroom?
No.
Is it the sequel?
That sounds like an actual movie they would make. Yeah. Him and what's knocked up dude's name? Why can't I think of him?
Seth.
Yeah,
Seth
good old
Rogen?
Sethy.
Seth Rogen? Is that his
first name only? He's like Cher.
Joe...
Seth and James Franco.
Yeah. Pineapple Express Bros.
Yeah, and creators of The Bathroom, apparently.
Yeah.
I actually like their movies. Saw Sausage Party. Sausage Party's the worst movie in the world. Don't watch it, but they are making a movie making fun of The Room. So check that out. Lauren, your homework for this week is please go see The Room.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Lauren, I'm sick.
I can tell you're being super loopy doopy over there, and you're drinking your herbal tea, your herbal tea, and your
herb.
You're just really.
I'm really teabagging it.
The amount, the amount to which a grown man loves herbal tea, I think, is usually proportionate to how sick he feels.
I think it's inverse to his size. Usually, I find that all these tall dudes like myself. Actually, it used to be there was a group that I would hang out with in college, like at night at a coffee shop, and we're actually like 4 tall dudes, and we actually got together and would talk about tea pretty regularly. Anyway,
tea time with the tall bros.
Tea time. And they're all named Tim, and 3 Tims and a Cam. We were also working on a sitcom too.
You feel sick.
I feel sick. The question is, you don't sound sick at all.
I don't feel sick anymore.
That wasn't a question. That was a statement. I realize that. But
that's okay.
So what's going on with this? We decided that this week, I said, hey, I'm sick. I can't do anything. I feel pretty miserable. I don't even remember what I've told anyone over the past week. And I love that this is great podcast material. I know our listeners are loving it. They see sick, episode 28. Oh, download immediately. So what gives? Were you sick this week or were you not? Like,
I was sick about. We recorded. When did we record? We recorded Wednesday?
Yeah, last Wednesday.
I felt sick Thursday and Friday.
So what was going on with you? What's WebMD right now?
WebMD. I think that my throat was starting to hurt.
Yeah.
I was like head coldy, like where I felt like I was in a tunnel.
Hold on, I'm putting all these into WebMD right now.
Okay, I actually felt achy. I was worried I was getting like the flu. And I was super duper tired.
Okay, I'm putting in the... you have elephantitis.
Oh,
no,
shoot.
I'm sorry. That's a bummer.
That is a bummer.
No, that's pretty crummy.
I was fine, though. I'm not going to brag or anything, but I have a really good immune system. So come Saturday, I was like ready to go, man.
Congrats.
No, come Sunday, I was fitness marshalling. I mean, and today I went to a kickboxing class. I'm healthy as a horse.
You're
a healthy horse.
Yeah, you're healthy as just like...
You know,
someone that
who Cameron?
I don't. The mind draws a blank.
I feel so mean right now. I'm like kicking you in your down.
I know you're like I'm trying to keep opening my mouth to tell you who, and every time I try to tell you, you just stomp me in the mouth.
It's true.
Man, so the brain isn't firing on all cylinders, and I got 0 horsepower.
I've got a bunch of healthy horsepower.
Yeah, I know. Healthy as a horse. Why did we say healthy as a horse? Because I feel like in almost all horse movies that are about a horse, who gets sick? It's the freaking horse, right?
Who dies, yeah.
Yeah,
the horse.
Seabiscuit,
Well, that's why we don't say
spirit of the
like,
wild,
healthy as a war horse, or
a whore horse.
no,
like a nice healthy whore horse.
No, a war horse.
Right.
War horse. Or healthy as a race horse. Because they'll take you out on this track and shoot you right there if you can't make your lap, right?
In the track in front of everyone? Man, that's shameful.
They actually did that one time. Liz said she watched it. She was watching the Kentucky Derby, and they shot a horse on the track.
Oh, really?
Because it broke like both its front legs or something.
Oh.
Isn't that the worst thing you could ever...
I thought we were going for a really dark bit here. Man, that's not a fun goof at all.
No.
Wait, so what did they televise it?
Yes.
Like, what?
Yes, she saw it. I mean, I don't know if she saw the actual murder or the mercy kill. I don't know what you want to call it. But I heard that the guy that shot the gun held it on the side like a gangster kill.
Right.
And he was like, son of a bitch, horse. And pew, 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 pew. That's
like it sounded like 3 shots right there.
Yeah.
I guess when that happens, so children are watching the Kentucky Derby as children do. And, they see this horse in such agonizing pain. The NBC is just like, we have to keep rolling. There has to be a conclusion for these kids. They need to know the horse is in a good place. So then they have, old Farmer Joe come up gangster style with a nice Glock in hand and, end in that horse's life. That is
It's a dark, dark day for the Derby. Enough about dead horses. Because I'm healthier than one of those dead horses.
You're healthier than a dead horse. I'm telling you, Lauren, I've over the past week, I have coughed up a little bit of blood. Even like pulled out my little handkerchief I had, coughed it out, and I like showed everyone.
Cameron.
No.
Oh gosh, it was like tuberculosis?
No.
Something's happening?
No, I didn't have a handkerchief. I want to talk around this subject for a little while. I never want to talk about it directly, but things that were in the arena of my sickness. Coughing, hawking, trips to the doctor.
Multiple trips?
No, well, I guess I did go to work, so yes. And yeah, it's I guess it's really not that bad.
Well, maybe
a lot
it
of
sounds
boogers.
like you've got the man sickness.
The man sickness. Tell me about this man sickness.
It's
I'm
where
sick of men.
When a man is sick, he's way more of a baby about it than when a woman is sick.
Yeah.
Your wife is confirming behind me.
What are those sounds? So now I get sick. I've gotten a lot more sick over the past 2 years since I've worked at a clinic. Doesn't matter. Don't wash your hands, kids. It doesn't do you any good. Doesn't matter how much or how thorough you wash your hands and how much hand sanitizer you use. You're going to get sick. Just live with it.
That's a spirit.
That's a spirit. That's life. Let it just come at you. And I'll tell you, over the past few years, I'm sorry. Excuse me. It just comes and it's just the worst because usually I normally before this would just get sick with maybe a bad headache or maybe some slight allergies. But over the past 2 years, it's like when I get sick, I get something that someone else showed up to a health center to get help with for. I end up getting that. And so that's I'm not used to that.
You're like a medieval plague doctor.
Right. That's what I thought you said.
No, a plague
doctor. Yes, the plague doctors.
Yeah.
In short supply right now. I don't know where that's going. No.
You need more plague doctors? We've got a great new plague doctor position. So, but I want to know, because I've only been sick as a single woman, right?
Mm-hmm. You're sick being a single woman, or?
Well, I mean, it depends on the day you ask me.
Okay, that's true.
But as a single woman being sick,
a single sicko,
I have complete control over the Netflix. I watched a lot of Reign, a great CW drama about Mary Queen of Scots. I watched a lot of that. I binge watched an entire show, College Friends from College,
right.
The new comedy on Netflix. And
how was that?
You're also, it's good. It's all right. Good. Yeah, it's funny. But also as a single person, there's no one there to take care of you, which is kind of a bummer. But also, I don't like people to see me in a needy position. So I also enjoy that there's no one there to watch me need them.
Be in your weakened state.
Yeah, like, yes. And I always think people won't really believe me if I'm sick. Maybe it comes from faking sick so many times as a child. Again, very healthy girl here, so I never got to be sick. So I'd pretend.
I'll tell you what, there's this like bell curve where for times for me being not sick, like really peaked around like high school and into college. You know, it was the faking sick at first. And then as I got into high school, I'm like, I should probably go to class. Same for college. And then towards the end, I'm like tired. And then you get married. And then you realize, oh, you have someone to be a little bit more sympathetic towards you. But then you're also like out in the real world working a lot more. And
you have things to do.
You have things to do. And you got to keep going. And it's just... Like, I feel like in college, oh, I'm sick. I'm just going to skip class for the next 2 days and rest. Don't have that. Don't have that at all. So,
man,
yeah. So it stinks. But getting back to the whole thing with the wife, it's interesting. She's probably very sick of me about now. I love having her around. But I don't love having baby around when I'm sick because at first I was a little worried about Ellie, but then overall, it's just the worst to take care of a child when you're sick. And I would come home from work for when I first started to feel this way and have maybe like an hour, maybe like an hour and a half where it's just me and Ellie. She's crawling all over me. I'm just needing to cough. I have a throbbing headache and I'm just waiting for that door to open for Amy to come and where... It's like that classic scene where a mom comes home and everyone's like, Mom! That was like, I'm so glad you're here type situation.
You needed her more.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's why being sick is like so, honestly, I think it's kind of fun sometimes because you do get to kind of just like lean into that vulnerability. But also it sucks because you're like, I usually have no problem taking care of myself. Why, body? Like, why are you letting me down?
Exactly. Now, I'm just kind of realizing this is a little off subject again, but I'm wondering if I got you sick.
I think you did.
I don't know because I have a sinus infection and they're typically not, which I thought it was like micro. Well, I thought it was bacteria. I'm on antibiotics. Antibiotics aren't doing anything. I thought it was viral. Viral should have ended like 7 days ago. And then now I'm thinking it's like probably just like something in the air I'm allergic to. And so I don't know. I don't know if I got you sick or not, but I'm sorry about that.
Hey, it's all right. That's the risk you take by leaving your house, right?
Yeah. So I feel like I keep going back to the Amy thing because I feel like there's a point out there. It's somewhere in the air. I really want to grasp it, bring it down. What I basically want to say is that when you're sick, you have someone around to listen. It's nice to be like, I'm in pain. I know, like, actually from a biological standpoint, that if a person is either like stressed or in pain, and if they simply share it with another person, you get other hormones that get released that can actually help. There are some that can even repair your heart a little bit.
Just having someone to share with, it makes it better. So how do we even do the rating of this? I think I win being sick because I wasn't sick for longer, but you've been sick for longer. So technically, does that mean you win being sick? If the goal is... Well, I think maybe you win being sick because you had people to take care of you and I had to keep...
That is true. We're not ranking the well, I don't know. Yeah, you're right.
And I was barely sick.
Yeah.
I'll let you have this one.
So I'm going to take... Well, I'll give you my rating. We can't break format here.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry.
This is not the time. Honestly, would say being sick, give it a 6.
Oh my gosh! How is it that you've now ranked being sick higher than almost anything we've done since like February?
Well, let me explain because
Let me explain.
So having a frontal, the sinusitis, basically my frontal sinuses are completely blocked right now. I have the worst throbbing headache. It's like someone's hitting me with a hammer constantly right between the eyebrows. That sucks. But having someone near, like if I was like that and alone, and I kept thinking about this all week long, especially in those moments where I was just alone with Ellie, like, and you didn't have a wife around. It just was kind of like the worst. Like, I was in intense pain, and there really wasn't anyone around. But when Amy comes home, it really does get better. Like, she can watch Ellie. She can she actually did all the cleaning, all the cooking, all that fun stuff for me while I'm just writhing around in pain in my little shower baths, my shafts, breathing in the hot steam. And so it's quite wonderful. So it's not a 1.
We should have Amy rank the sickness.
That's true. Amy, give us your rating for this week.
Thumb down with a sound.
So I think that's that's like a 3.
No. I mean, you get your rating. You said 6.
Well, the thumb downs with a is
I think that's lower than a 3.
No. Now she's giving the middle finger and saying like.
Apparently, it's a 2. No. 2 middle finger.
Okay, so that's a 1. Oh no, you're going back to thumbs down.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's a 3. So 3 for Amy. What about for yourself?
My sickness was a 5.
Cool. I'm so glad for you. I think I rated it properly. It's about the experience of being sick, not the sickness itself.
Well, I enjoyed alone time a lot, and really, I needed it, so it was nice.
Cool.
I don't like being like not myself. Myself is someone who wants to go out and do and experience things. So it's weird when I don't feel like doing that. I'm always like, what's wrong with me? So it was a 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very solid score. Why don't we go? Let's move on to dumb things.
Dumb things.
Why don't you start us out this week?
All right.
What you got?
Well, mine is a bumper sticker that I saw driving on lovely Highway 75 heading southbound. And it was on a sedan, a decently like new sedan, maybe a Toyota Camry. Is that a thing? Toyota Camry?
Yeah, that's exactly what Amy and I drive. We have 2 of them. And
okay.
Yeah.
Sure, it was silver. A respectable car. Nothing but this bumper sticker was on this car. Basically, it was just like a very respectable, modern, like adult-looking car, but with this bumper sticker stuck on it. It was a classic, long, rectangular bumper sticker on the bumper, and it said, "I toot da flute," with a flute, with a little flute on it. And it literally said, "I toot, T-O-O-T, da, D-A."
Oh, nice.
Flute, F-L-U-T-E.
That's so great.
And I sat there and I was like, "I toot da flute." That is the one you get.
Yeah.
To stick on your adult car.
What kind of store do you think this? Obviously, probably a music store by the cash register.
Yeah, the only one I can think of is Brooke Mays, because that's where I used to go to get my baritone paraphernalia.
Oh, that's right.
Know? Yeah, that's where I got my baritone bumper sticker. I blow the horn.
And that's on your car right now, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
My adult car with nothing else but a bumper sticker that says
adult car.
I blow your horn. No, my horn.
Her adult
Whose
car
horn?
has the blow your horn. So tooting the flute.
I toot the flute. I toot da flute.
Da flute.
Da
So
flute.
removed. We say "da" every once in a while. I think unintentionally on this podcast.
Yes, we do.
Do you think there's like something cultural there, or is it just what kind of flute?
I don't know of any other kind other than the only kind I know of, which is a flute.
Well, there's the flute. What you got, like pan flutes and?
Oh, it was just like a flute, like a silver. It wasn't a pan flute. It wasn't like a bamboo flute. Wasn't a carrot flute, which I've seen.
Yeah, that needs to be an episode too.
Carrot fluting. It was legit. It was just a flute, and I thought that is a dumb bumper sticker. That's the type of bumper sticker you buy, but they don't stick on anything.
Right.
This person committed.
Right.
It makes me wonder if it was a joke. Like someone got stickered, like slap that sucker on. It wasn't super level, so it could have been a slap job.
A slap job. I've loved the idea of stickering cars, just with going around buying random bumper stickers and just anytime someone has a bad parking job, just slap whatever. Like, don't even look at it. Like, I don't even need to know. I just need to slap whatever random sticker I bought onto that car.
That's so evil.
It is kind of evil. It's either that or I'm going to key their car.
Magnetic, I think that's great.
Oh, maybe.
A magnetic one, because then it comes off easy. That'd be funny.
Like a magnetic, I'm a big doofus Parker. And then on the bottom it says, like, pay it forward. This is now yours. Congrats.
That's like a backhanded pay it forward.
I know.
An insult forward is what that is.
Right. And they're going to feel better once they slap it on someone else's horrible park job. They're going to realize how crappy of a parker they are.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's
so
your dumb
my
thing?
dumb thing for the week. I was at a meeting technically with a coalition on the community. We were at a Mexican restaurant during happy hour, and in the middle of the person leading the coalition, they were talking about kind of goals and what we want for the year. What are some, trying to get some of our feedback. And no one at the table really was ordering anything because it's like, is this work or I don't know. And so I ended up just getting like an iced tea because I'm like, I don't want to just sit here. Like, I want to get something. And the gentleman server, he was really nice. He was just like, oh, sure, I'll get that. And just like everyone else is ordering like alcoholic drinks. And I'm just like sitting here with the tea. And I don't want anything with alcohol. And so he brings me an iced tea.
On your medicine.
Exactly. I don't need that stuff. And he brings it to me. I suddenly realized through texting that there's a little snafu. And either Amy or myself has to go and pick Ellie up before daycare closes. And so I was in a position more to where I could go get Ellie. And the only caveat is I'm in Fort Worth, and it's about an hour, almost an hour and a half when there's traffic to get over to Dallas. So I was like, waiter, I need to leave. And like, can I just go ahead and pay for this iced tea? And like, I'm like whispering to him while the conversation's happening. And he like leans into me a little bit further. He's like, you know what, man? You're good. He like whispers that to me just like that. Just the manner in which he did it was very interesting to me. Just like really leaning in, probably I would say maybe like 2 hand lengths away from my ear, and says, you know what, man? You're good.
Tease on me, bro.
I'm like, tease on me. I'm like,
tease on me.
Thank you. It was one of those things. It's just on the fences. Is this super like, I hate you, like get out of here, or is this like,
I got you.
I don't care. Whatever, man.
I don't think it matters because you got a free tea.
I got a free tea, and I got a lot of free chips too.
Ooh. Oh, he hated y'all.
I know.
He's like,
absolutely.
More chips, please. And he's like, son of a...
We were the only ones in the restaurant, so...
Oh, so he had nothing else to do. He could have been in the back watching Netflix, man.
'Tis true.
Watching college friends from college.
Yeah.
Like ours. We're friends from college.
When are we going to get our show?
Our lives are nothing like this show.
Oh, that's good. That's really good.
These are kind of terrible people.
That's what I figured. It kind of gave me that weird vibe. It's like, oh, it looks like Don't Think Twice.
Yes.
But then you
just because of Keegan.
Probably.
Michael Keegan.
And the other character in the story, which we all know, New York City.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, it was a good show. But it was dark, and it was like, I just don't like it when we're just groomed to accept people while they're doing horribly mean and cruel things to other people. Right. I'm like, I don't choose to accept this. Like, you shouldn't do this, and that's not okay. But it was entertaining, and it was funny. And I thought Colby Smulders, she's from How I Met Your Mother. Mm-hmm. She was really funny in it. Like, I liked her better than in HIMYM.
How many?
HIMYM. How I Met Your Mother.
I was like this. You know what? That's pretty good. Hey, who is the mom? Spoil it.
She's a lady. There's nothing I could say that would like really spoil it.
She's just some lady we don't know.
She's a woman. Yeah.
Oh, is she a girl or a woman?
She's a girl, not yet a woman. Britney
All right,
Spears.
that about does it for this week of Unhitched Your Dad Trying. If you ever want to write into our show, you can reach us at unhitchedyourdadtrying@gmail.com. If you have questions, you just want to say, hey, what up? And I kind of always forget about this. I haven't updated it in a couple weeks, but we also have a webpage, unhitchedyourdadtrying.weebly, weebly.com. You could sometimes get little pictures and some videos, things that generally had to do with the subjects we talked about in the show. I guess we can throw up a trailer we could throw up. We'll show you pictures of our throw up for the week. Let you determine who was sicker, adjust our scores. If you want to check Lauren out on Instagram, you can check her out at
Neateroni, Neateroni. I'm getting a lot of new people liking and following, so cool.
It must be fun for you.
Yeah.
And then if you're interested, it's Cam Carter 2010. Staying pretty stagnant. Liking it. It's not going down.
I'm telling you, it's the hashtags.
Yeah, it's all about the hashtags.
It is. And if you want to follow us on Twitter, you can follow me at Neatos Tweetos, Neatos, TWEETOS.
Sure.
And Cameron, you can follow him at...
You guessed it.
Cam Carter 2010! Woo!
Is that just because you're wearing your Perkis Power t-shirt? You're getting all psyched?
I am wearing my Perkis Power shirt, and I'm jazzed. I toot the flute.
I toot da flute. And I drink my tea with the lemon. That about does it for this episode of Unhitch Your Dad Trying. We'll see you again next week.
All right. Stay healthy, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
I don't like that sign off.
Stay healthy. Wash your hands.
Well, don't wash your hands. It doesn't matter.
Don't listen to Cameron. Wash your hands.
Bye.
Bye.
Words out of your gullet.
Shoot out a couple of those word fires out of my gullet. That's you just called it.
Or fire out a couple of words out of them. Yeah, gullet.
Gullet time.
The gullet hole.
Boom, boom.
Ooh.
Boom, boom, fire. The gun. I mean, the word gullet hole.